Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a compilation video of many of the stocks that we have been looking at over the course of tonight. As always, if you do enjoy watching videos on the channel, if you do enjoy these more long form compilation videos, let me know in the comment section. The intention of these is to bring your attention to some stocks which you may have missed, some stocks which you may not have heard of, and basically the trends that we are seeing in the broad markets. Again, I do try and produce as much content for you guys as possible every single day, so again, if you do like it, again, let me know, leave a like on the video, subscribe, it does help me out a lot. But with that being said, we might as well jump straight into this video. Again, thank you for being here. I do hope I'll see you again soon. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are looking at Asml stock today. This one is up by 2.7%. I'll be giving you all of my thoughts and opinions on what we are seeing over here. At the same time, guys, make sure you're doing your own research, but if you do enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now, of course, you have seen this stock see a very large rise, really, since the late part of August, and this does matter for context as to what we have recently seen. The rise has accelerated from the 29th all the way into the 6th of October. And you can clearly see this trend now is essentially reversing. We've seen a little bit of a slowdown. Now, as a stock does increase this much over such a short period of time, I think this is always an inevitability to some degree. Now we are finding a nice consolidation range, seemingly right around the 966 point. And again, this is a good potential scenario for a base. Again, we've seen some profit taking, we've seen a little bit of a correction in price, and again, the RSI has now somewhat started to reset. Now, of course, we are now looking for a potential breakout of some key levels. You're looking to break out of supports and resistance levels. Now, to the downside, if you do see that scenario, supports are of course going to be at 996. You could potentially be looking below that at the 977 range as a critical level. The supports here and here. Just below that, you have levels such as the 966 range, 965, all the way through here, and just below that 953, 954. Similar things here as well. Now, if you are to see a break to the upside, well, you want to initially break past levels such as 1013, so 1013. You're then looking for levels such as 1018. You are then potentially looking all the way up to this level right up here around the 1036 point. From there, you could be looking right up to the 1053 and ultimately onto 1057. 1060, of course, being a real potential breakout point. Now, the thing to note here is, yes, we have seen a little bit of a drop off recently, but again, you've got to view this in context. The stock is up huge, and I think now what we are seeing is a new level building, some potentially solid levels of continuous support for the next potential push up. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it in the comments. Thank you for your time, guys, and goodbye for now. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Looking tonight at Dogecoin. This one today down by a further 4.12%. We're going to be speaking about this and a lot more over the course of tonight's video. As always, if you do enjoy Dogecoin updates every single day, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe, as I will produce more content for you guys. Now, as I say, this one is dropping by 4% today. This is significant, but also we are now coming up to a very, very critical point. You're seeing supports historically around this 1950 range. You are also seeing just slightly below the 1930 range. This is very close to where we are coming to right now with the price, and again, just zoom in on this a little bit and you'll clearly see the significance of this on the chart, right? You want to see these levels hold up. You could be looking at anywhere down to the 30, or I should say the 1940, 1930 range potentially at the low end, but really we want to see this channel begin to hold. If you do not, you're looking possibly down to the 19 on the dot. You are also looking potentially down to the 18 range. So this could be a significant level to hold, and again, a drop below this would be, in my opinion, quite negative. To the upside, you're looking at the 20 range on the dot. You are looking at 21. You could be looking potentially, and I say 201, right? To the higher level than that, you could be looking at 205, all the way up to a potential retest at 206, 207 for a break at 208. So pay attention to these levels, again, most notably the lower level here, because a drop below this could be very, very crucial. Again, time will tell, but these are the numbers that I'm paying the most attention to. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for your time. Goodbye for now. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're looking now at Sofi stock. This one today is up by 0.5%. I'm going to be giving you all of my thoughts and opinions on this over the course of the video. If you enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now, you can clearly see this one today is not up by much at all, as I say, just over 0.5%. At the same time, though, we are seeing a few things play out. Now, of course, the stock saw lows in the $26 range, ultimate lows in the $25 range. Now it appears that we are beginning to see this support range holding up again. This level is around the 27.70 20 mark. This level is also all the way up to the 28 and 29 mark. You know, we're seeing this hold up as we did from Monday the 6th all the way to about Thursday the 9th. So if we can continue to see this hold, we're in a very interesting channel which has shown historical strength. That could give us a potential to see pushes to higher numbers. We could be initially looking at numbers such as 28.20, you're looking for a push up to 28.40, you're looking for a push up to 28.65, and ultimately onto the 28.80s and 90s for a real attempt at pushing past the $29 range and higher from there. Now, a few things to note. Yes, we have risen significantly. RSI though is now cooling off with this relatively flat day that we've seen today. Again, this is arguably building a potential floor for the next potential leg up. It's about seeing if this floor holds. Again, a drop really into the 27s, specifically the mid to low 27s, I do become a little bit more concerned. But that's just my personal views, my personal thoughts. I'd love to hear yours in the comments, guys. Thank you for your time, and goodbye for now. Okay everybody, it's time to look at Apld. This is Applied Digital. The stock today is up by 7.76%. I'll be giving you all of my thoughts and opinions on what we are seeing. Now, we've seen the stock, of course, climbing really for quite some time. Go all the way back and zoom out till the 4th of September. You can see the stock's just been climbing and climbing and climbing. Now, recently we found some stagnation, really struggling to get above points such as the $40 range, really even the 38s and 39s. Now, this day has shown us that we do still have some of that potential strength. Now, a few things to note over here. This time where we are at now, we are seeing consolidation and support points right around 39.50, 39.60, 33 I should say, 33.60. You are also seeing these points around 34. You're seeing these points around 34.80 as well. This is significant because now we are building this prolonged level, this prolonged base to see the next potential push up. So if anything, this is a very strong thing. And you'll see, even though we've been climbing over the last week or so, the RSI is now cooling right off because the rate of this is of course a lot slower, which ultimately in my opinion is a good thing. You know, when stocks go up like this, it's very important to find this base and find this consolidation. So what are the levels that we're looking for tomorrow? Well, to the downside, I want to see this one hold on to numbers such as 36.36. I want to see this one hold on to numbers such as 35.60. I also want to see this one potentially hold on to 34.90 or the 35 on the dot range as well. To the upside, if we're looking for a break, you could be seeing levels such as 38.25, you could be looking at levels such as 38.40, and you could be looking at levels past that such as 38.80. From there, you could be looking at 40, I should say 39, then 40 potentially coming up over the next couple of days for a retest of that original high. So it's going to be a very interesting period to watch out for, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Thank you for your time. Goodbye for now. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's been a very good day over here for AMD stock. It's up just under 10% today, 9.4 to be precise. We've seen a very positive move to the upside, breaking through a number of key levels. I'll be giving you my thoughts and opinions on everything that we are seeing. I'll also be giving you the levels I am looking for next. As always, if it sounds like a good episode, if you do enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And also remember, I'm not a financial advisor, so do make sure you are doing your own research. Now, as you can clearly see, AMD stock is jumping quite a bit today, and we are very easily breaking through a number of critical levels. You're seeing the stock come straight through 233, you are seeing a straight push through 235, and again, you are really seeing this one going to retest some of these critical levels. Now, so far, we have not been able to rematch the 240 high that we saw very recently. However, we are coming very close to this. And in the after hours so far, this is up to 239. So this could be something to watch out for tomorrow. At the same time, with such a steep push up, you've got to be cautious of both sides. So with that being said, yeah, obviously to the upside, we're looking at 239, 240, potentially levels around the 238.20 mark. Again, we are currently above that, but that's not to say we couldn't dip. So those are the levels to the upside. Now, of course, to the downside, where are you looking at supports potentially? Now, this is not me saying that it's going to go down, but it's, of course, important to be aware. Now, of course, for me, these levels could be at 234, 235. I think you could also be looking at levels below that, such as 233.90 all the way up to 234 on the dot. I think below that level, such as 232.65 stand out, levels such as 231.30, and levels just below that at 230 on the dot too. So these are all the levels that I'm looking for. Again, guys, RSI is actually climbing quite a bit now, so just be aware of all of these factors. Again, seeing if we can break above this high tomorrow would be ideal, and of course, finding some consolidation at or around this point would signify significant strength. You know, we've seen this point before. before, we dropped of course, and now we're looking to see if we can find a more stable, consolidated level here for the next potential push. So that's my opinion. I'd love to hear yours. Thank you for your time guys, and goodbye for now. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We need to look at Litecoin tonight. This one is down by a further 2.6% over the course of today's trading. We're going to be asking what's going on and giving you all of my thoughts. If it sounds good, if it's interesting, do make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'd like you also to remember, I'm not a financial advisor, so do make sure you are doing your own research. Now again, Litecoin is having a lot of difficulty, especially to the upside over the last day or so. You're really struggling to get above $95, $95.30 most notably. You are seeing difficulty then at the $96.60, $96.70 range. You're also seeing difficulty really getting above $98, $98.50 most notably. So again, these are the ranges of particular difficulty. Now also to the downside, you are seeing new levels of weakness potentially coming in. Over the last couple of days, you have seen these levels around the $90 range. You really need these to hold. Seemingly over the course of the last day or so, you are holding quite nicely onto this 93.50 support, but again, whether that does continue to hold is going to be something to pay a lot of attention to. Really, for me, anything below 90 on the dot becomes extremely concerning at this current time. Now again, to the upside, those are the levels that I'm looking for. Really right now, we are seeing actually over the past couple of days, the RSI is now dipping quite close to the oversold range actually, so that could be something to watch out for too. You're building a nice consolidation channel here, again on the low end between 90 95, and to the high end really struggling at the 98, 100, 110 mark potentially, or I should say 1-2 really, 1-2, 1-3, right? If you can break out of this to the upside particularly, things do become a lot more positive. But again, this tight channel into the next few days is where I am keeping my attention. We're clearly building up to something, guys. It's about seeing whether we push up from here or obviously break to the downside. And of course, time will tell. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments. Thank you for your time and goodbye for now. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are looking at Wulf stock. This one today is actually neutral, up by just 0.06%, so not really a move at all. However, this is a significant move nonetheless, even though it may not seem like it. I'll be explaining why over the course of the video, giving you all of my thoughts and opinions. If it sounds good, if you do enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'd like you also to remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Now, a few things standing out to me here. We're obviously holding onto levels now around the 1523 range, I should say, potentially all the way down to the 1498 range, which is something to pay a lot of attention to. We are now seemingly finding supports right around the level of 1534 and stronger levels just higher than that at the 1545 range. You have seen this over here and here too. Now the good news is we are not seeing a drop, as I say, significantly below this point, especially over the last couple of days. And again, we are looking for these two numbers to stand out. 1498 really is where I want to see the bottom at the very worst case scenario. If we don't, 1489, 1479 is also a level to watch out for, but really my concerns begin to come in that $14 range at all. Now, going to the upside, you are looking to potentially see if we can break above this 1545 range. We are currently above it, but again, whether that holds, time will tell. Past that, the 1560 range becomes significant for a potential push on to the 1570 all the way up to the 1598 and ultimately trying to test $16. From 16, 15, 1620 is the key level to watch out for. So yeah, today's been a significant move. We have actually seen just flat trading, relatively, overall, consolidation. What does this mean? What does this mean in a stock which is up this big as well? Well, it means there's quite a bit of stability here. It means that we seemingly have found a support, and it means that we could be forming a base with the RSI now cooling right off for the next potential push. But again, as stocks climb and climb and climb, my question is, where is the consolidation? And seemingly we are now bringing this in, which does set the stage for a very interesting period. So again, potentially touching on the $16 range if things move correctly, but watch those levels to the downside too. Thank you for your time, guys, and goodbye for now. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're looking at Buru stock. This one, unfortunately, today is down by 17, almost 18%. We need to speak about this. I'm giving you all of my thoughts and opinions over the course of this video. With that being said, let's have a look at how things are moving along. And again, things really just dropping a lot today. This is something that is absolutely noteworthy. We've seen a gap down, and of course, this stock now coming to levels which we have seen in the past. So I'm giving you all of my thoughts and opinions here. Again, if you do enjoy it, make sure to subscribe to the channel. It does help me out a lot. Now, this level that we are touching is something that we have seen before. We're going to call it roughly 30 cent, almost on the dot. Look back to this date here. This is the 7th or 6th of October. You're of course seeing this level come in as a support. This could be the case again this time. And again, another thing which does potentially coincide with this is the fact that we are seeing a little bit of recovery from this point, which is potentially a very good sign. You're looking to see if we can break out, and I'm just moving back along here, see if we can break out of the 34 cent range into the next couple of days. A real challenge will be getting up to 36 and 37 range from there. Past 37, 38 should be relatively easy with a push onto 40. 40 sees us retest 42, 43 for that next potential recovery. But again, given this drop off that we have seen today, given this key level of support that we are touching upon or very close to touching upon and have bounced off of today, it's going to be very important to see whether this level to the downside does hold up. So more than anything, I am watching up to see if that upwards momentum is able to hold or if we do continue to push down. So let me know your personal thoughts on this one in the comments, guys. Thank you for your time, and I hope I'll see you again soon. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We're looking now at Yyai. The stock is down again by 10% today. I'm giving you all of my thoughts and opinions on this one as we go through the course of the week. So jumping straight in and zooming in on the charts, you can see the stock is of course dropping again. And I did say over the course of, I think it was last night's video, that this is a key level that I am watching out for. Let's zoom right in, okay? So you're seeing the stock of course drop to levels around 13, potentially touching levels just below that. This is significant for a number of reasons, which I'm about to explain. But before I do, can I just say, guys, if you do enjoy the videos, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Again, I'm trying to grow the channel, so it does all help. Now, as I say, jumping back to the stock, we have touched these low points. We've seen levels such as 13 on the dot almost. This is a level that I did say was potentially possible after the support that we saw here yesterday. Now, what does stand out to me, especially given today, we are briefly dropping below that, and we're seeing levels in the 12 cent range. This, to me, does signal some weakness. We recovered past that and, of course, finished on the 13 range, but we are now dropping into this 12 point. This could signal a new low coming in with the stock, so this is absolutely something to pay attention to on a day that we continue to drop. And you know, I think if we drop out of this range, the weakness that we are seeing does become concerning. Now to the upside, we're looking to break through levels such as 1385, you're looking to break through levels such as 1430, 1440 and 1450. If you can do that, levels then become numbers such as 1480, 15 on the dot as well, all the way up to the 1530 range to watch out for. But more realistically, it's that downside, it's that support level that matters the most, in my opinion, going into the next couple of days. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments. Thank you for your time, guys, and goodbye for now. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're looking now at Rzlv stock. This one is up today by 0.28%. I'm going to be giving you all of my thoughts and opinions on what is going on here. If you enjoyed the videos, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe. I'd like you to also make sure to do your own research, as I am not a financial advisor. Now jumping straight in, as I say, this stock is actually up by 0.28%. This may not seem huge, and of course it is not, but it adds to a trend this week which is ultimately positive. We're seeing the stock, of course, begin to consolidate. We are finding a new base here. You know, we are holding on currently to levels of support that we have seen previously. You've seen this stock bottom out around this 511 mark, which is, of course, a level that we have historically seen. Coming back, of course, to see again what can come from this. You're also seeing numbers such as 525, 530, as we have seen in the past too. Now, the good news is we're not touching these low points, and again, we are now looking for a breakout of a few potential levels. We are briefly touching the 550 range, which could be something to watch out for, as again, you are seeing resistance getting past this point in the past couple of weeks. I think past this, easily looking to 560, 570 for the next potential resistances, as you can see over the course of the last few days. So really, anything past about 570, 575 does become very interesting in my eyes. Very interestingly, past there, 590 up to 6 becomes the next level of potential resistance. Past 6, you're looking at levels such as 630, 625 even, for the next potential push. Now really, I'd like to see this one form in that momentum, begin to start to form that push up, but again, consolidation is also perfect. Again, if you do see a fall to these levels to the downside, not ultimately that worrying, but we could be going to test 480 again. So of course, these are just the numbers that I'm looking at. I'd love to hear your personal strategy down below. Thank you for your time, guys. Goodbye for now.